You know the story yesterday. We had it for you. The incident that Taylor and Barry and Ken Pittman, they were all covering between the hospital and Temple Landing. 15-year-old is stabbed to death. All right? We know about it. We talked about it. And yes, we're going to talk a little bit more about it today. So why am I so peeved? I'll tell you why. So here I am planning this Proximia B conversation today. And Taylor calls me over and he goes, "Hey, have you seen this?" And I didn't. But it's a post from New Bedford City Councilor Dana Rebeiro. And this is what she writes. "Let's be clear, Republican Henry Bousquet and independent," and that's in quotes, independent Kerry Winterson asked for this ridiculous apology. Ian Abreu and Linda Morad voted yes. The rest of us voted no. And then underneath is Hillary is for Fall River, Mass. There's a picture of a woman working on a shirt in a shirt factory. So why do I bring this up? Why am I so upset? Well, first of all, if you recall me, I wasn't crazy about Henry Bousquet going forward with this motion to get an apology from Hillary Clinton. I think that wise people, smart people, even the not so smart, can look at that whole quote differently. And we have. Fine. Henry Bousquet went forward. He lost. But where does Dana Rebeiro come off to come out like this? And here's why I bring it up. Dana Rebeiro, as we know, works for the Democratic Party or the committee, whatever you want to call it. So she gets paid to do that job. Is she now stretching that outside job into the city council and razzing Henry Bousquet and Kerry Winterson, Ian and Linda? So I got on the phone. Taylor got on the phone. We tried to call the counselor to get her point of view here. Neither of us got through. As you've heard in the news, Taylor was able to get through to Councilor Bousquet, who is going to be joining me in just a few minutes. Enter the new guy, Barry. We tell Barry what's going on. All of a sudden, the antennas are coming out of his ears. He picks up the phone. I give him the phone number to call over to Dana Rebeiro. And we know, "Hey, Councilor," she's talking blah, 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 with Barry.
She likes me better.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
She likes me better.
Well, she loves Barry, okay? Well, here's the deal. Barry, instead of me speaking for you, Barry, I'm going to let you speak for yourself. So you're having this conversation with Dana Rebeiro. What went down?
Look, I wanted to talk to her. The reason I called her is I wanted to talk to her about if Donald Trump had a factory in Fall River and he was producing shirts over there, the Republicans would be making hay on it. That's fine. That's all part of the game. I have no problem with Hillary running an ad on a factory in Fall River saying, "Hey, Donald Trump's making his stuff overseas." That's fine. That's all politics. That's part of the game. As you stated, Dana Rebeiro is a city councilor as well as an employee of the Democrat National Committee. Kind of mixing the two things. What bothered me the most about all of that, though, is the fact that she, rather than just making a point that, hey, look, Hillary's doing that in Fall River, and the Democrats are backing the making of clothing in Fall River, she attacked her counselors, fellow counselors. She threw four counselors under the bus, which is totally unethical and unprofessional to do that. And I wanted to give her a chance to explain why she did that. Why did she have to do that in order to try to make her point?
Right.
So she told me that she didn't have time. She was busy, didn't have time, didn't want to comment on it. And her retort to me was, "Don't you realize there was a murder in my district this week?"
Mm-hmm.
Indicating that she had much more important things to deal with. And I said, "Yeah, we do realize that, and you have never posted anything on your Facebook site about that, but you have found time to post about your fellow counselors."
Right.
And to which she responded that she's working on a plan. And I said, "Well, I'm not sure. What is your plan?"
You asked her to come on and talk to you
talk about that,
and you said you would give her time for the plan.
Right.
Did she have time to come on to talk to you about the plan?
She said the plan's not complete yet.
So she didn't have a plan, but she hasn't completed the plan.
Well, I asked her directly. I said, so you don't have a plan then? And she said, I'm working on it. The plan is not complete yet. And when the plan is completed, I'll talk to you about it or whatever, something along those lines. At that point, I handed the phone to Taylor, who was
because
very
Taylor
anxious
tried calling her earlier to get a news piece from her.
And he was asking her the same questions. Well, first of all, what about attacking your fellow councilors? What about the murder in your ward? Why haven't you said anything about that yet? And her response was she hung up on him.
This was the response to Taylor.
Yeah, she hung up on him.
That was the response.
So.
Now, to be open and honest about this, I approached you and Taylor and I said, do you realize that this murder took place in her ward? And I looked at the post from Dana yesterday. That post came at about 4:30, maybe it was 4:38 p.m. The reason why I bring that to your attention, the arraignment process for these guys involved in the stabbing incident was to be in the later part of the day yesterday, I should say the afternoon session. So clearly the councilor had plenty of time to put up something about Councilor Bousquet and Winterson and Abreu and Morad, but didn't have time yesterday to comment about a stabbing incident, not just one person that died. 3 people were stabbed.
To his credit, Councilor Gomes was there first thing yesterday morning and posting on social media about the incident and about how other positive things were happening.
I'm not surprised about that.
You know what? And this wouldn't even be an issue with me about her not posting about the homicide, but she did have, as you said, time to post on something totally different.
Exactly.
Throwing her fellow councilors under the bus.